Alright, buckle up because this is not your everyday scary story. Now, I ain't no fancy writer or nothing, but I'll do my best to relay this tale just how it was told to me. So, here goes. A few years back, I found myself driving alone on a stormy night. Rain beating against the windshield, thunder rumbling in the distance, and the darkness swallowing the road ahead. It was the kind of night that made you yearn for some company, even if it meant picking up a hitchhiker. Little did I know that decision would lead me down a path of terror like no other. As the rain poured relentlessly, I noticed a figure standing by the side of the road, their thumb outstretched, hoping for a ride, feeling a mix of sympathy and a desire for someone to share the long drive with. I pulled over and offered the stranger a lift. They climbed in, water dripping from their soaked clothes, and I couldn't help but notice their eyes. Those eyes, they carried a darkness within them that sent a shiver down my spine. We exchanged pleasantries at first, but as the miles passed, the hitchhiker's behavior started to shift. They grew increasingly restless, fidgeting in their seat, and occasionally whispering to themselves in a language I couldn't comprehend. Unease settled in my gut like heavy rocks, but I brushed it off as mere nervousness due to the storm. Then it started. Strange and inexplicable events that defied all logic. My car radio began emitting intermittent static, interrupted by distorted voices that spoke in sinister tones. The hitchhiker grinned, their face twisted into a malevolent smile that chilled me to the bone. It was as if the storm unleashed something unholy within them. I tried to remain calm, dismissing each incident as a mere coincidence. However, the hitchhiker's words grew more cryptic and filled with dark riddles that pierced through the storm's roars. They spoke of ancient rituals, otherworldly beings, and a sinister plan that awaited completion. Fear gnawed at my nerves, threatening to consume me entirely. As the storm raged and the night grew darker, I noticed subtle changes in the hitchhiker's appearance. Their skin became pale, almost translucent, and their eyes glowed with an unearthly light. Every so often, their forms seemed to flicker, like a mirage in the desert, revealing glimpses of something otherworldly and monstrous lurking beneath. My mind raced, desperately trying to make sense of the impossible, but the hitchhiker's grip on reality tightened, ensnaring me in their web of terror. I felt watched, hunted, as if unseen eyes followed my every move. Panic clawed at my throat, strangling my voice as I realized I had unwittingly picked up a supernatural creature, a being that belonged to the shadows. With each passing mile, the hitchhiker's malevolence grew. It whispered threats into my ear, promising unspeakable horrors if I dared to escape its clutches. Every attempt to abandon the vehicle proved futile, as the road stretched endlessly before me, leading me into a realm of darkness and despair. But deep within my core, a flicker of determination ignited. I could not succumb to this evil entity. I mustered every ounce of courage, refusing to become another victim. Ignoring the hitchhiker's taunts, I frantically searched my mind for a means of escape, a way to sever this connection to the supernatural and reclaim my life. As storm and fear collided, knowledge sparked within me. I recalled the words of an old folklore, a whispered tale about a sacred relic capable of warding off malevolence. With desperation guiding my every move, I managed to unearth a small amulet that had belonged to my late grandfather. Its ancient symbols glimmered with a faint, protective aura. Summoning the remnants of faith within me, I clutched the amulet, chanting words of an ancient incantation I had once stumbled upon in an old book. Its power surged through me, giving me the strength to command the hitchhiker away. Its ravenous hunger sated. The supernatural being let out an otherworldly screech, fading away into the storm. I was left alone on that desolate road, rain pouring down on my trembling form. Tears mingled with raindrops, an overwhelming mixture of relief and horror. I had cheated death, narrowly escaping a sinister fate that still haunts my dreams to this day. The memory of that night lingers, A reminder that the realm of the supernatural lurks just beyond our limited understanding, waiting for an opportunity to ensnare unwary souls. And that, my friends, is my tale of terror. Believe it or not, it happened just as I've described. So next time you find yourself alone on a stormy night, perhaps think twice before granting a ride to a hitchhiker. You never know what darkness may hide within those unsuspecting faces. Stay safe out there, and may you never cross paths with the supernatural.